Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Chrissy and this is Barefoot in the Garden. I posted a video a couple days ago about this cleanup that needs to be done. A lot of things are crazy right now. The gourd house in the back took a hit, so that's down. I need to clear that wood. There's pawpaw back there. I need to clear that out, start over, move it. It's not going to be there anymore. But the main reason for the video is because I got a cheap Sunjo garden cultivator or tiller. It's a small tiller for about $100 a couple months ago. And I've used it in a few areas of the garden, but I want to really get these two beds over here amended because this is going to be a main planting area next year. This area over here is going to be used for a hugelkultur bed, so I'm not going to be tilling this side because there's a lot of big logs in there and I don't want to break this little guy. But we're going to stick to this side, and I'm going to show you guys how it works. Maybe if you're interested in purchasing one, you can use this video as a reference if it will be useful on your property. The soil that we have here is thick clay, so I'm going to test it out on an area that hasn't been touched yet. That's just a native soil, and then I'm going to show you guys how it works here in these in-ground beds that I've added good compost and good soil to. Here she is. Give you guys a full little tour. Trigger. I've only used it once and I was really excited the first time that I didn't pay too much attention. Probably need to get that out. All right, guys, so this on the left is is what I just tilled, and you can clearly see the difference between this and that. Pawpaw loves freshly tilled soil. Probably feels so good, right? Hey, Pawpaw. This is what happens to your soil when you just let it rest and you add good amendments. This is literally what you can have by just adding free stuff to your garden. It's really sandy, which is interesting. One reason why a lot of people don't like working with corded tillers for the garden is because you can easily roll over it and chop it up, and extension cords are not cheap. So a cool little trick that I learned is that if you plug it up and then toss it over your shoulder, you can stop it from dragging on the ground and possibly getting caught up underneath the tiller. So you see I have it over my right shoulder, and it kept it pretty tight, and I wasn't as stressed as I was before about rolling it over. All right, guys, so that area is tilled. Look at how beautiful she looks. I already have some cons about it, but I have a few pros to go along with it. So the cord is definitely a con. So freaking annoying, right? But for the price, I can deal with that. A pro is that it tore it up. Weeds and everything. Oh, another con. A lot of tanglement going on. A lot of stuff gets wrapped up in there. And I'm probably gonna need a good sharp knife to get it all out. So this line right here is where it divides amended from non-amended. So all this area that was underneath the gourd house hasn't been touched yet. Just the sides over here. This was a bed, but all this was walking space. So it's really compact. It's really thick clay. You can see the difference between this and this. This is a lot of thickness. This is a lot of fluffiness. So I don't know if the camera is picking up on it, but I want to just show you guys how it does in the native stuff. Right off the bat, I can tell a difference in the way that the Sunjo glides across the native soil versus the amended beds. The blades don't catch as quick as they do in the softer soil because this is a lot more compact. It's a lot harder, more stiff. So I did have to run it back and forth a lot more than I did in the soft soil. For such a light duty $100 cultivator, it does a great job breaking up the weeds, taking up the roots, loosening up the soil. Add you a little bit of amendment in there and you're good to go. If you're a backyard gardener like me and you don't have acres and acres and acres to till, I think that this is a really good option. It's affordable, it's a lightweight, it's not cordless, so you will have to purchase the appropriate extension cord to operate it. So in a week or so, I'll come back in and add some amendments, garden rake it in, and just let it sit for the whole winter. I hope this video was useful to some of you who are on the market looking right now for something to help you out in the garden. I got this one on Amazon. I'll try to leave the link in the description box below. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with me today, guys. Until next time, keep loving life, keep growing your own food, and grand rising to all.